Hey folks, it's me, Brian, and this is what I'm drinking. Today I'm having Orval, which is a Belgian Trappist beer. This is a re-examination of a beer that I had about 3 years ago. One of the many Belgian ales that I've had over the years. If you watch my channel a little bit, you know this is my favorite style of beer, Belgian style beers. I usually like the darker ones versus the lighter ones, like the pale blondes. But I haven't had Orval in a while, so I figured let me re-examine it since I see it all the time when I go to stores, but I don't get it. I stay with my tried and true favorites, Chimay, Westmalle, and some others. But let's do examination today. So I saw a couple of reviews online about Orval. Interestingly enough, the reviews were drinking 6.2% alcohol by volume Orval. This is actually 6.9, so I don't know whether they changed over the years or not, because the reviews I looked at were at least 5 years old. But this is 6.9% alcohol by volume. Um, this brewery started in 1931. Of course, it's brewed by Trappist monks and so forth. So let's crack this one open. Sorry, Orval. The only wide glass that I had, wide open glass that I have, is the Chimay glass. But the Orval glass looks exactly the same, except it says Orval. So I gave it a pretty aggressive pour, which I usually don't do. So you see how it looks. Now this is a little bit lighter than the versions that I saw online. It's about an amber colored. The head is white and it's a rocky head. It's not particularly creamy. It's a rocky white head and significant carbonation. You can hear the bubbles. So there's what it looks like. Amber color, a lot of bubbles. You can't see it, but I can. Well, maybe you can see it. And a white foamy head, rocky head. Let's give it a sniff. I'm getting a little bit of a lemon flavor. Not particularly malty though. Not particularly sweet. A little bit of spice. Not really bready. So enough of the smelling and the seeing. Let's go with the tasting. Prost, my friends. So unlike other Trappist ales, this is a lighter mouthfeel, closer to like an American lager or even, dare I say, a light beer. So it's not as bold, it's not as thick, it's not as full as some of your other Trappist beers, Belgian beers. So it's more watery, I'd say, than anything else. As far as the taste goes, it's not particularly sweet. I saw some reviews where they actually characterize it as sweet, banana-like flavors, candy sugars. I'm not actually tasting any of that. It's more bitter than anything else. It has a spicy, bitter finish. The hops are really strong, as opposed to other Belgian ales where the hops aren't really that strong. You don't taste them so intensely like you do with this. Now, I've heard that this is dry hopped. Um, I drink a lot of beer. I don't know a lot about beer production per se, but this is dry hopped, and um, I could tell there's a difference between this and some of the other Belgian ales that I like to drink. It's supposed to be brewed with sugar. I'm not getting a whole bunch of sugar. Very faint sweetness. It's not overly bitter, but you're not getting a lot of sugar flavor in it. Yeah, it's a very dry, bitter finish with a little bit of spice. Overall, I'll give this the thumbs up. I give this thumbs up because of its appearance. It is a nice appearance. However, in terms of its aroma, you're not getting much. In terms of the mouthfeel, it's kind of watery. And in terms of its taste, the taste is just okay. So overall, I give this a okay, a thumbs up for drinkability. I would have it again, but it probably won't be for another several years. I see why I don't get this often, and I haven't drank it in like 3 years because it is more bitter than not. It is more watery than what I'm accustomed to. So that's what you should expect if you get Orval. It's not your traditional, conventional Belgian Trappist ale, like your doubles, your triples, your quads. It is in a category by its own. And some of you may think that as a positive. It's kind of different. It's unconventional. Stay safe, stay sane, and I will see you on the next video.